Hello guys, welcome to Monza in Italy for the Race Department GP2 series, round 13. So you joined me on my qualifying lap, and it's actually my best qualifying lap of the season, I think. So coming into the first chicane, you see I lock it up quite a bit and have to take to the curbs. Not cutting the corner too much, but just unsettling me a little bit, and so I can't get my power down quite as early as I would have liked to. We came around Curva Grande to the end of the first sector. You see I'm almost 2 tenths up on my previous best time, but on the exit of the second chicane I dip my left hand tyres in the gravel, and I reckon that probably cost me about 2 tenths, maybe 3, but probably a bit of time anyway. We're coming out the Lesmos now, and this is where the second DRS zone of the track will be. Going down to Ascari, which was my horror corner from last season. If you remember from last season, I kind of screwed up my race at this corner, but let's just hope I don't do it again this time. As we come in towards the Parabolica now, the final corner, and this is a pretty important corner as it leads up to the big long straight, so it's key to get a good exit. As I open a DRS, use the rest of my curves, and come across the line. And I come 4 tenths up on my previous best time, and here's qualifying results. And I think actually if I didn't dip my 2 wheels in the gravel at the second chicane, I probably could have been around about where Techno Elite was, same time as him, and maybe we got P3. But to the start of the race, and it was actually 1% chance of rain, so absolutely bugger all chance really. I see Ollie Cart on pole, and me in 4th, and my teammate also qualified on primes, as we'd done quite a bit of testing the night before to try and work a good strategy for ourselves. So yeah, there's the lights come on now, and I go out and we're underway in Monza. Flick it up to Rich, and I get a pretty good start, and I think it's probably one of my best ever starts, to be honest. I just hooked up so well, but Techno Elite just cursing it away a bit more than me, and I suppose Ben Lacey and Andrew Holmes did, as they both get contact and spin, and I unfortunately get bumped into Ben Lacey and he spins, and Killer Cole is the only other bloke who manages to come away pretty unscathed from that, as well as me, and thankfully I managed to come out of it without being spun round as we come down to the first chicane now. The second chicane even, as I'm only 3 tenths in front of Killer Cole, but I missed my braking point a little bit and go straight over the second chicane. I keep getting that wrong, don't know why. It's going to into the first Lesmo. It's just starting to create a little bit of a gap. Just trying to push a bit to get out of the DRS zone of Killer Cole. You see Techno Elite's already created about a 3-second gap in front, so that was quite annoying that he managed to get away that much. But then obviously there was a first corner pile up, and there normally is at Monza. But coming out of Ascari now and on to lap 3, smooth transition there. See Andrew Holmes is in P4 now. He's actually caught me up quite a bit. I think he was about 1.3 behind me coming out of the second sector. But coming around the Parabolica, and I think coming across the line he was about 7 tenths, and he actually gets a DRS. So yep, 7 tenths. So I'm going to have to kind of defend if he gets close enough. But I don't think he's close enough. But I brake a bit later than I normally would for some reason. Lock up and have to take across the first chicane over the bumps and going into a gravel. But using a bit of curves to get me back up to speed a bit quicker. Andrew Holmes can't quite get around the outside. And I think he might be waiting for the DRS, to be honest, because lap 4 DRS is available. And breaking into the second chicane, nailed that pretty well. I think managed to pull a bit of a gap, only probably about a tenth if that. But coming around the Lesmos now, and these corners were pretty. These are pretty hard. I mean, if you carry the slightest bit of too much speed, you will be off, and no doubt you will lose a couple of places, as Andrew Holmes will now get DRS, and he has a look down the inside, give him a bit of room, but don't slow the car down enough and go into the gravel, almost collecting him on the X as I come back on. But there's a lot of lag there, and that happened quite a bit on the Saturday practice race, but only that, I think it was just that lap in the actual race. But on to lap 9 now, and this is the controversial part where actually everyone disconnects apart from maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 drivers. But we tried to rerun the race straight after, but unfortunately that didn't work out too well. But we're still thinking about decision. We'll probably rerun the race after the end of the season, so we'll keep you informed on that. But that's it anyway, guys, so thanks very much for watching. Bye.
Oh, that's good.